How's it going? This is Kolrolf, and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker Varnhold's Lot.
Now the centaur barbarians have added themselves to our already too long list of problems. We'd best order long pikes for the infantry and beef up the fortifications.
Or we could avoid fighting them and save the money for something more urgent than battling barbarians.
I believe we should set up a camp for the night.
Okay, that is good. Yep. Good. Alright. That does mean we've gained all our spells. Oh my goodness. Something on the road, alright. Alright, don't see anything yet. Map isn't too big, but... Here's a question. Should we buff up now? We're wasting our buffs if we... I mean, it depends on what's on the road and we don't see anything on the road. Maybe it's friendly. Still don't see anything. Nope, not friendly. Oh, you made it free. Run, buddy! Run! You bounce off me. Yeah, so giant cyclops. Okay, great. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. Probably don't need that right this moment. Remove fear, sure. Not enough time to do a whole lot. Let's hit ourselves with some of our stuff, though. Mage armor is probably the best for you. Phase during mutagen. Shield, and then you'll start singing, because here they come. Kitty will go in first. There we go. Everyone, finish off your stuff. And then get in there.
With all your might!
And yeah, let's do Burning Arc. Freebooter's Bane. Singing. Let's see, what best can you do? Probably Bless. There we go. Oh, Kitty got destroyed. Got one. And... good job, everyone. Okay. Okay. Well, oh, I guess we can't loot. We'll loot after. Willas Gunderson. Okay, I think we've met you already in the main campaign. Should be interesting. Varn, your grace. What fortune meeting you here. Until now, I'd only met unpleasant guests in my morning escapades. Greetings, and you are? Willas Gunderson, your grace. Scientist, traveler, researcher of antiquities, at your service. It's a pleasure to see how my barony attracts such educated people, and it is most regrettable that they must face such difficulties. Where did that creature come from? I have no idea. I was enjoying the view and taking notes when an ill-mannered simpleton stepped into my light. I politely asked him to step aside and allow me to finish, but he wouldn't listen. And when I turned around, I knew he couldn't have, for zombies have as much reason as manners. Okay, let's try a perception check. Looks pretty good. While Mager entertains the traveler in conversation, you carefully examine his gear and clothes. First thing that strikes your attention is an intricate yellow jade bracelet on his wrist. You can tell by his ragged state that Willas has been on the road for a few days, and indeed, from all appearances, mostly off-road. Yeah, let's also examine that bracelet. That's a pretty good odds. Succeeded. The bracelet looks carved from a whole piece of jade of unusual hue. Even from a distance you can see the patterns that decorate it, obviously signs of the relic's origin. This item came from the ancient Cyclops Empire. But what is it doing here, and how did this hapless traveler acquire it? Well now, this Cyclops is much more polite, isn't he? Okay. Let's see, aren't you cold in those clothes? Not that I don't enjoy the view? Okay. So diplomacy check, it's pretty good odds. Intimidate's much better. Yeah, let's try intimidation. Cause somehow I think he stole that bracelet and that's why the Cyclops were after him. And he's not really being truthful about it. So, my friend, why don't you tell us about that bracelet you're wearing? You wouldn't lie to the Baron and his men, would you? Succeeded. Someone is conducting a bit of theater. Drawing a sneer from Hagar. Willas' joyful mood drops from his face, looks at you for askance, and fills with his bracelet hesitantly. This knick-knack is my latest find. I found it on the river shore. It would seem the water washed it from some ancient burial mound. No doubt it is very ancient and must have serious scientific value. I haven't dated it precisely yet. You must understand that such things take time, but I swear Desna herself guided my hand. This is quite interesting. The barony doesn't yet boast of its scientific achievements, but I think we can find a specialist who should be able to determine the bracelet's origin. If this is a precious item, your efforts for finding it will be generously rewarded. Here, take this as an advance. Where did you say you found it? By the river. I'm happy to help in any way I can, Baron Varn. With your connections, we'll surely discover the origin of this find. And meanwhile, I may employ my time on something just as useful. Did you know that besides scientific articles, I also write fiction? And I cannot pass up the opportunity to write about the exploits of the Varnling host and chronicle your first steps as Baron. You wouldn't mind, would you? So long as they don't ask me to sit for a portrait. I was born to a noble family, so my childhood was wasted on sitting with my mother and brothers for a train of grand portraits. I was only spared the torture after I covered my waistcoat in tar and lit my pretty feathered barrette on fire. So, as long as you'll spare me such torments, Willas, I don't mind what you do. You should find some place to settle in Varnhold and get to work. I'll send word when I receive news about the bracelet. As you wish, Your Grace. It was a pleasure dealing with you. And he takes off. Oh dear. That went well. Of course, the lad is lying through his teeth, but we got more from him than we might have hoped. Why did you invite this Gunderson to Varnhold anyway? Do we really need even more foolish treasure hunters in this backwater? My mercenary gut! 9 times out of 10, when my gut tells me to keep my eyes peeled, the situation is about to get bad. Of course, there's always the 10th time, and my gut is merely predicting a severe hangover. But I don't think that's the case this time. Maybe Gunderson really is just a charming chatterbox, and he ran into that dead Cyclops by accident, and maybe this bracelet is a simple piece of jewelry. But something in this story doesn't sit right. I suspect that Gunderson lied about finding it in the river. He'd clearly been wandering for days, through dungeons by the look of him. Ha! Didn't I tell you, Seafool? There's something wrong here. The bracelet looked like an ancient Cyclops relic. It doesn't take a specialist to see that. I agree. Perhaps we shall find a Cyclops treasure around the corner. This does not alter the fact that our leader continues to leap at every shadow and makes a fool of himself for random passing strangers, instead of focusing on important matters such as engaging in the barony's politics. The lad finds an ancient Cyclops relic in a dungeon, runs out with a zombie Cyclops on his heels. I see no mystery about what happened here. A keen nose and an eagle eye. I hope that dead Cyclops is the only thing that crawled out of wherever that lad stole this bracelet. What a story. We've hardly solved our problems with the centaurs, and we've already had a whole new riddle. And a personal chronicler along with it. We should look more closely at his paltry rhymes. Seaful, take the bracelet and see what you can make of it. Tegan, keep an eye on our new friend. Visit him in Varnhold when you have the time. Maybe you'll manage to pry something else out of him. That's it, let's move. Alright. Look into Willas. Alrighty. Well, yeah, let's finally loot. See what else they might have. Oh, those are actually worth some. Oh, they're masterwork, yes. So we'll take those. Should probably look around the map a little bit. Imagine down here should be the way out. Oh, loots. Okay, we should definitely look around. Kukris. Oh, they're pretty light. Okay, we'll take them. Coal! Excellent. Okay. Yeah, let's explore a little bit then.
March on.
I've spotted something.
More loots. Potion of Feather Step. Okay. This is the way out. And, yeah. There was something... There's loot over here. Let's go grab that. Oh, wait. Did we not? Yeah, we got both of them. Okay. Actually, how much... Oh, we could even go up this way. Okay.
No stopping now.
It's just, Skeletal Champion. Okay. Let's come on over here, everybody. And turn this way.
A test of my abilities.
Hoping it didn't, trigger it, but alright. Here we go. Yeah, let's do that. And... Sure, these are pretty cheap. Get in there in front of Seaful. Uh-oh. What do we get? Ah, there's more behind us. Oh. Oh. Oh, I don't really want to cast grease. Yeah, mirror image on yourself would be good. Oh boy. Okay. Seaful, can you, Really? That's medium range, and that's only medium range right there. Okay. Close range. So you can hit that one, but I'm not gonna be able to tag this guy. What to do? Just worried about that archer, and nothing can hit it right now. Oh, maybe yeah. Let's do this. Let's get a few of them. They're right there. And Faye, you're gonna need to tackle this one.
Happen.
Did I cast grease? Well, that's a pain. Ah, dear. Okay. Okay, well, we're at least ordered correctly now. Yeah, if you can run up and do that. Faye.
We won't falter.
Get in there. Yeah, Zyvan, if you get up, we'll do something, but... Should be able to get attacks of opportunity on it. There we go. Okay. Let's get out of that. Ah, dear. Okay. Did...
It's time to act.
Oh, dear. That's masterwork. Take that.
We should move.
You actually probably have our best reflex save. I made it through at least. Another masterwork longsword. Come on, back through. Not sure where Kitty got to. Oh, yeah, that's right. Kitty got absolutely blasted by those cyclopes. My goodness. Well, okay, so around every corner there's going to be a fight, it seems. Divine favor, a spoon, a javelin worth nothing. Gold powder, map, loots. Cool. Okay. Oh, there's more loot up there. Well, we should go investigate it and then get out of here.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, we'll just have you go. Make your reflex save.
In due time.
Feather. Cool. Alright, well. Let's all regroup over here and heal up before we head out.
I shall not fail.
Kinda just want to channel. And yeah, good. Okay. Save and get out of here before there's another fight when we walk out. Again, someone on the road. Oh, Centaur. Now you, my dear readers, have finally learned how I, Willas Gunderson, author of this tale, first encountered the acquaintance of Baron Varn and his companions. But as much as I would like to delve into this remarkable meeting, I must remind myself that by no means I am the main character of this book. Perhaps one day it will occur to Baron Varn and the General to mention me in their memoirs, for surely our encounter must have made an impression upon them as well. As fate would have it, the party has another adventure before returning to Varnhold. Having decided to take a shortcut, they find themselves in an area with strange furrows which crisscross the ground here and there. Baron Varn and his companions are cautious, and approached unnoticed as a young centaur whoop and leap from one furrow to another. After a moment, Baron Varn proceeds to call out to the creature. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go from the picture here. He seems friendly. And this is probably going to be our best chance to endear them to us, is, be friendly to them. So, Seaful tries to stop him, but when the General nods and the Baron calls out in his bold voice, drawing the centaur's attention. The call comes just in the nick of time. The centaur freezes and turns towards the party. At that very same moment, the jaws of a greater monster emerge from the earth, right where the centaur would have stepped, should he have continued on his way. With barely a glance, the seasoned Varnling host recognizes the monster as a boulette, a sleek predator which attacks its prey from underground. Ah yes, a land shark. Super. Baron Varn takes up his sword, steadfastly set on settling the matter himself. Mobility or stealth? Well, stealth looks like it should be the better check. So yeah. The General touches the Baron on the sleeve and quickly whispers his plan. He suggests that they approach the monster silently rather than rush it at full speed. Player knowledge knows that that's not a good idea, but we're gonna do it. Maybe he can succeed. They've got tremor sense. There's no stealth. They'll know you're coming. Reasoning that such a subterranean monster is unlikely to rely on its vision, the warriors of the Varnling house move silently forward, dancing from one boulder to the next, careful not to touch the soil. The General's plan is a success, and they are able to approach the monster undetected. Oh, okay, so I guess because they weren't touching the soil, that's why. I guess. As they draw near, the warrior strikes in unison, throwing all their might into a single precise and deadly attack. The wounded beast roars and tries to escape under the ground. And let's finish it off better than let it flee. The General and the Baron exchange glances, nod soundly, and attack the beast with a finishing blow. Could this monster withstand the united attack of these battle-hardened comrades? The answer could be at a decisive no. With this second blow, it roars one final time, and then its lifeless flesh sinks into the ground. Another glorious victory for the Varnling host. Boulette plates and diamond dust. We eye the battlefield. The young centaur approaches hesitantly. His young face glows with boundless gratitude, but its curiosity is tinged with fear. Baron Varn greets the boy and strikes up a conversation. Seaful, mumbling something about reckless risks for questionable purposes, approaches the beast's lifeless corpse and starts performing some calculations. Meanwhile, the General, Besides, this is the perfect moment to learn more about centaurs. The centaur says his name is Royko, and it sounds more like a nickname than a real one. He is manifestly stunned by the courage of Baron Varn and his people. He hesitantly prepares to go on his way, explaining that the tribe would soon notice his absence, and that he might be punished for talking with the two legs. The general delicately managed to get some further information from him. For the most part, it only amounts to what the team already knows. But they learn that the centaur belongs to the No-Men tribe, and their leader is one Ekora Silverfire. A name Royko speaks with fiery awe of youth. The No-Men centaurs consider themselves guardians of this land, and stand ready to defend it from any invasion. Royko also tells them with a sigh that the tribe is very small, unlike the olden days. War and disaster has taken their toll, and the other tribes no longer want to deal with the No-Men. Royko's words make it seem as though the other centaur tribes consider his own tribe's people a little mad. Saying warm goodbyes to the young centaur, Baron Von nods, content with his own thoughts, and leads the party to Varnhold.
I do not like that Gunderson, even if he is not a spy. And mind you, I still have my doubts. Vagabonds like him always bring trouble.
I can't keep all the vagabonds from breaking their necks in the ruins. At least if he finds something interesting, he'll bring it to us, not Brevoy.
No, we'll rest in town. After a daring raid into the lands of the wild centaurs, Baron Varn and his companions return home, and I, Willas Gunderson, had the honor of accompanying them. A time of peace has come at last. Varnhold greets one serene dawn after another, but in this dark land I dread to think what awaits us next. Kajurdi. She speaks not a word and instead hands him a document.
Aha! I see you've included everything, just as I asked. Thank you, Kiadi.
Agar, what does this mean? Tell me, what am I to make of this?
I sent some much-needed aid to our neighbors in the Shrike Hills. They're our only possible allies in the coming carnage. Cephal, I know your opinion, but be realistic. The Aldori are not our friends. We can't count on them for help if something happens. We're expendable.
You will not preach realism to me, you naive boy. Yes, we are bargaining chips to them. That is exactly what I'm basing my politics on. A delicate contraption which you are smashing to bits. War will come to Brevoy, even you can see that. But as long as it hasn't yet begun, you can scarcely do better than pretending to be the Eldori's most loyal vassals.
Okay. So we can kind of make our own stand that the Eldori are noble. Seafall's not making any sense. And the alliance with them would only end in a bloodbath. Or you mean we wait until they drop their guard, make them rely on our help, and then civil war breaks out in Brevoy, we strike them in the back? We don't have any allies on the other side. There's nothing to say that the Saratovans would actually, we're banking on the Saratovans being the victors. Interesting. Well, we should say something. We shouldn't just leave it at nothing, but I'm not really inclined to strike them in the back. I'm inclined to disagree with Seafall. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
And how are you going to manage that? Perhaps Varnhold will grow a pair of legs and we shall ride it to the other end of Avistan. Or maybe we'll erect sails across the barony and sail far, far away from Brevoy. No, you don't think it will work? Then stop dreaming of isolating the country. We're already a part of this game, and we will not be able to leave it when the smoke clears from the final battlefield. Listen to me carefully, you three. Yes, Heri, this involves you too. Things are looking bad. First, the land here is fertile, but its most bountiful crop is cyclopes graves. Second, it shares a border with the Obaria, well known for its epidemics. Gods forbid the wind carries the next plague here. Settlers are reluctant to come here as it is. I can scarcely blame them. Do not become too attached to Varnhold. This is but a stepping stone. Our real prize lies to the west. But what does Varn do? He sends them gifts. Better to send them assassins. Without their baron, the Shrike Hills would descend into a struggle for power, and Silver Step and the Canelands would fall to us soon after.
Such villainy!
Do not interrupt your regent, Varn, or relieve me of the position this instant. Now, what is the most important thing here? The Aldori are afraid of unleashing war. They know that if they tried to separate from Brevoy without some kind of outside support, the Surtova would crush them. So, we must convince them that we are their most loyal allies. We will stoke the Aldori into an uprising. When the unrest picks up, we shall strike them in the back and make them fight on two fronts. While you, Your Grace, were drinking wine at the feast, I was busy acquiring a map of Nivatka's Crossing. Look at these fortifications. If we could seize this town, we'd win a significant piece of Brevik land along with it. After we've assisted the Surtova in hanging the Aldori on the gates, they would allow us to keep part of what we have seized as a reward. Then we will have peace and prosperity.
Get out of my sight, Sephel. Get out! Never would the name of Magar Varn be tarred with such abominable villainy. It never happened while I was leader of a mercenary party and won't happen now that I'm Baron.
Great Asmodeus, what did I do to deserve this punishment? Why do I deal with you at all? I should have taken my share and retired a long time ago. I'll be off somewhere soon enough. To Absalom or TeknoAXE. I shall read books on the porch and drink wine, while you do whatever you want. Burn the city down and get yourself killed. Come to me later. We need to talk.
I can't believe my ears. Must the history of our country begin with such villainy? Oh, Sephel. Sephel. Well. Let the old devil cool off. I'll talk to him later. Is that all, Kiadi?
Dwarf shrugs and hands him another paper.
I see. So, we've got a revolutionary from Galt on our hands. A tavern keeper writes us. She saw the revolutionary walking around, stirring up the people for an uprising. Well, you're the general. You go and deal with it. Talk to the tavern keeper. Find out where to look for this instigator. Well, far be it from me to teach you how to do your job. When you finish, report back to me. By the gods, what a worry. Uprisings, intrigues, these damn letters. That Gunderson and his bracelet. And the Baron has to see to all of that, and listen to everyone's complaints while he's at it. What a nuisance.
Alright, looks like we're free again. Pulls in the water. Wow. Isn't that interesting? So, I guess in our own barony... Oh, we can talk to Seaful or see where that leads. So many things of cows and other matters of political importance. Oh dear, find the troublemaker. Oh dear, good times. Yeah, but interesting to see how things, you know, from our end of things do seem like Magar is a friend and whatnot, but maybe things are not quite all as they seem. We're gonna leave things here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.